and welcome back to Becky's Allotment. I am in the greenhouse today. It's actually quite warm in here because I've left it closed all week. And someone asked me if the window was broken because it hadn't been opening, but no, it's not broken, everything's fine. And I've opened the door now to let a bit of this condensation out, but otherwise the greenhouse is doing pretty good. I'll show you now. So I've still got a few tomatoes left in the greenhouse, the sun gold mainly, and where the cucumbers were I've put the Cape gooseberries. They seem to like it because they're throwing out some more flowers. These things are huge. Could grow them like a grapevine. So on first look, the beans I put in aren't doing anything. Doesn't even seem to have moved the soil much. But if you look closely, let's see if I can see it on the camera. There. You can see something coming through there. And then another one just there, and I haven't moved the soil, it's doing it itself. So that's the broad beans, they need a bit of water. So then we have the cabbages and purple sprouting broccoli that are just in front of the greenhouse. They're doing okay. And I've still got my one butternut squash. Let's go and have a look at the pumpkins. I think I'm going to take up this pumpkin today, and I'm not sure if that one's ready. It's completely orange and it doesn't seem to be growing anymore, so I think I will. And that's summer squash because it is pretty cold today outside. And now we've got the garlic, so you can see the white garlic coming up there. Nothing on the elephant garlic yet, but there will be, I'm sure. And then there's the red duke I was showing you last week. Carrots still going strong, and the broccoli doing well. And the cabbages seem to be coming back. Might have had the outer bits eaten a bit, but now the cabbage whites seem to have gone. This is coming back nicely. Pumpkin and chard. So as you can see, it's trying to grow little pumpkins now, but they're getting eaten. So whatever's hungry is eating them. Still trying though. And then here's my one hanging pumpkin. So that should be safe from whatever's eating them. Then we got the fig tree, which I moved. Not looking too happy. And the fig's still on. So, do they lose their leaves? I'll have to look it up. And the nasturtiums are trying to take over the ochre. The ochre's still flowering. I think these are the red ones. Red ochre. And look at them go. Millions of flowers since I showed you last week. Well, it's not looking happy in here. Whiteflies are slowly killing the curly kale. Either that or it's coming to an end for this year, but literally millions of them. There's nothing in here to kill him. So I can leave the door open for a bit. Ugh, just had a bug on my head. Anyway, these are the sprouts. Oops. So that's the sprout. We've lost one of the red cabbages. And yeah, the red sprouts are coming to nothing. There's no sprouts there. Yeah, I'm quite disappointed in the tunnel. I'll have to figure something else out next year. Some way of keeping stuff out. And then we've got the elderberries from the tree. If we got a look at this, I've planted far too many of the trees together and it's just crazy. So I've got 2 elderflowers and 2 plum trees, a peach tree, 2 pear trees. Now I've only got the 2 plums and 2 pears because I thought the one was dead. I'm not sure that that's a pear tree, but whatever it is, we'll soon see. But there's far too many trees altogether and they need separating out. I might leave one of the elderflowers here, I don't know. This one probably, as it's so well established. That one might move. And that'll free up this then as my flower bed only. Peach tree staying. I'm not moving that again. Everything else is moving. Then we've got the 3 apple trees and the cherry tree. I've said it every year. Cherry tree, if it doesn't produce anything, is going. I absolutely mean it this time. I've pruned it now. It's been fed. It's looking strong. But if it doesn't grow any cherries, it's not worth its while. So that'll come out. I don't know when to move it now or leave it because it's been trying. I'll leave the cherry tree. It's probably the root system is bigger than this plot. But we'll see. Then we've got the red lavera. Unfortunately, that got broken in the wind when it had apples on, so it lost the top. So I don't know what to do with that. Then we've got the 2 apples behind. Everything's just a mess really. I've chucked things in thinking some things were dying or dead and it's not working for me. So they all have to be moved. And we've got the tomatoes. You can definitely see the blight on these, but it isn't affecting the tomatoes. So I don't know whether as an experiment to see how long they can last. I'll just cut the leaves off and see if I can get those green ones red. I've literally got enough tomatoes now, so I might just experiment and see what it does. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, I said in one of my last videos that I would update you on what had been happening and why I'd been away for so long. Well, Dad hasn't been well, and in fact he had to have an operation, and although he's fine now, well, not fine, he's still recovering, but he had an infection after that, and that was quite scary. So hopefully that'll be better soon. That's the reason I didn't go to Malvern, and I won't talk about it really because you probably wouldn't want me to. But yeah, he's been really unwell. I haven't been mentally capable really of doing these videos, so I just gave it a break. I'm giving the allotment a break. I have been here on and off when I felt I needed it, because I do see the allotment as my kind of medicine for my mental health, and it really does help me. So yeah, when I feel really bad, I'm here just digging or doing something. Other times you just want to shut yourself away and do nothing, so I will literally do nothing. But yeah, the allotment's not doing too bad and everything seems to be going well. I mean, I'm trying to concentrate more on health now and making sure that I'm healthy. I can't do anything for anyone else, they have to make those decisions for themselves. And yeah, I changed to a mostly plant-based living, eating lifestyle a couple of years ago, and when I first started I felt great and I was losing weight. It was brilliant. I started off eating all whole foods and just fruit and vegetables, and then I discovered Linda McCartney burgers and all the vegan junk food you could imagine, and then I turned to that. It's just easier, it's quicker. When you get home from work, you can shove that in, eat it, go over the allotment, do what you want. It doesn't take very long. But since Dad's been ill, I've been trying to change how I'm taking care of myself, because we do take our health for granted, and I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah, I'm young-ish, but I want to make sure that I'll be around a long time and healthy enough to enjoy life and enjoy the allotment and spend my time here. I want to be healthy. We do take our health for granted, and maybe it's only when we get a health scare that we realize that we've been doing that. So I am trying to lead the healthiest life I can, and that means eating better to start with. So I have started eating whole food, plant-based. I mean, I grow a lot of the stuff on the allotment. I've just got to cut out the amount of oil and salt that I add to things. And I mean, I literally added a lot of salt to things. I didn't realise I was doing it till I cut it down and everything tasted like cardboard. And yeah, that's not right. So fats and sugars, cutting down on those. You can never cut it out completely because there's natural sugars in everything. I'm not cutting out natural sugar. I don't care. I will eat as many fruit and vegetables as I possibly can. But anyway, I'm digressing, and I just wanted to share with you what I'm doing with my health and why I've been away. It's my mental health, Dad's physical health. I just haven't been there to make videos, so I'm back. Hopefully I'll be making a lot more videos, and I'll let you know how the healthy eating's going, maybe even share a few good recipes with you. They're not going to be 100% healthy. I'm not going to sit there with a potato with nothing on it. Are you mad? But something like beans on it is better than butter. Well, not that I eat butter, but I eat margarine. The vegan one's dairy free, so they're full of crap. I mean rubbish. Sorry. So yeah, healthy eating is the way. I'm going to try and be the healthiest, longest living allotmentier on here. Yes, that is my plan. So I'm just going to say goodbye for today, and I'm wishing you all the best health and do everything you can to stay healthy. Take care everyone. Bye. Right, so I'll quickly show you in the polytunnel, and the sweet potatoes, you can see still doing well. The leaves are starting to yellow a bit, as you can see. I'm going to give them a little bit longer. Doesn't look like it needs watering in here at the moment. Just managed a bit of weeding before it started raining. Looks better. And there's all the weeds just from that one bit. So this is the broad beans after 2 weeks from planting the seeds, and they all seem to be coming up. I think we may have had a mouse in the polytunnel. Either that or the sunflower exploded. Potatoes are doing alright. Let's have a look at the sweet potatoes. See if I can dig anything up. Right, so let's have a quick peach tree update. So this is the peach tree Avalon Pride, and this is the outdoor one that is supposed to be resistant to peach leaf kill. Now as you can see, if I zoom in there, where is it? There is peach leaf kill, but the whole tree isn't infected with it. And although the first leaves that came out of it did have a lot of peach leaf kill on, the rest of them were fine. So there was no peaches on this year, but it didn't start to like get any leaves until way into the summer. And peach trees usually flower really early on, so I knew I wasn't going to get anything this year. But we'll wait and see how this does. It seems to have settled into its new home. I do have to cut a couple of these branches off because they're dead, but some of them have sprouted leaves. Sorry about all the mess, but I just haven't tidied this part of the plot yet. So as you can see, this branch has never grown anything, and the buds on it are terrible. But this one, although it's dead at the top, we have got a few leaves on there. So yeah, I'm okay with this at the moment. There's gonna be wait and see what happens for now, but I'll show you the other one in the polytunnel. So this is the peach tree in the polytunnel, and this is not losing too many leaves yet, but it is starting to lose them. You can see it's a bit of a mess here, but yeah, the peaches didn't do too well this year. They literally were very small, and they'd get so big and then fall off the tree and rot. So yeah, they didn't do too well, but we'll see how it does next year. I think this one needs a bit more pruning, but all in all it does pretty well in the polytunnel, so I'm pleased with that. It's doing okay. Hi and welcome back to Becky's Allotment. It is the 3rd of November today, so I'm going to show you what's happening on the allotment, and I've also got my new plot, so I'm going to show you around the little new plot that I've got, which will give me some more room for even more veg. So these plots are really small, and that's why I've got 3. So let's have a look. So we're in the greenhouse, and because it's been raining so much, I've had to leave these broad beans growing that I planted a few weeks ago in the greenhouse. So they really need to go out, and I've also got some garlic to go out. And the avocado is still looking good, but what I'll have to do is fleece that up if it's going to start getting freezing, and I'll show you how cold it's been in the greenhouse. So it's been 0.3 so far with highs of 20.9, so that's not too bad. But the tomatoes are dead. A cucumber, didn't realise I had still one going, but that's gone mouldy and that's died. Asparagus looks like it needs a bit of water, but that's dying back as well. We've got the mega Cape gooseberry, and then I've got this. And this is a cordyline, and this is called can. As you can see, you would think that this is a bad plant because it's like pink in the middle and then green on the edges. But what this type does is the new leaves are pink and the older leaves are green. It's meant to be like that, so it'll always look like half and half, a half and half plant. So I thought that was kind of cute. So this is my new cordyline. I can't remember what this white one's called, but I love the colour, so I just bought it. So let's have a look around outside. Alright, there's still a few weeds in amongst the garlic. Nothing happening on the elephant garlic yet. Oh, there is. There's one, you probably can't see it, shooting up there. But the rest of them are doing well. And I've got some more to plant today. So we've got the cabbage and the purple sprouting broccoli, the blueberries are turning a lovely shade of red. I've had to come down to the second plot because there was too many people up by the first one, and I was hoping it wasn't as overgrown as this. Just look at that grapevine. Isn't that gorgeous? Autumn colours on that. Really need to get that sorted this year. Then we can take out the failed corn and the failed chickpeas. The tomatoes failed as well. And there's a lot of leaves that need to be swept up as well. But this should be quite easy. Be quite quick to do this one. Yeah, this plot was a failure apart from the potatoes. So let's go and have a look at the new plot. So this is the new one. So bit of weeding work to be done on here. It looks like a raised bed in there somewhere. Lots of weeds, a few brambles. Looks like we've got a compost bin. Raised bed there. And under this mare's tail there is some black meat membrane stuff. Then I think these might be raspberries, and we've got some blackberries there on the biggest canes I've ever seen in my life. Then these blackberries or raspberries. So I'm up on the plot at the minute, the new one, and I've just started to pull out some of the waist high weeds. So now that everyone's gone, this is the hardest bit that I've had to do, which is on the first plot, and that was getting all the couch grass out from the back there. So dug that over. All these fruit trees apart from the peach tree are coming out, and the rose bush will stay there as well, and they're going down onto the second plot. And I planted a load of crocuses, daffodils and tulips in here, so only on the front bit, because if the couch grass comes back at the back, which it will, I'll be able to dig that out again. I've got 2 big sacks full of it. Now I pulled a lot of the weeds out here, but this really needs digging over as well to get a lot of the couch grass out, because as you can see it's coming back in between there. And then I think I'll leave the cherry tree where it is and move those 2 trees at the back into the second plot. And that's about it for up here. Dug in front of the net tunnel. You can't really tell because it's a bit of a mess with all the weeds that I took out. And then I just need to sort out this bit and behind the net tunnel and behind the shed and greenhouse. But yeah, the sun's come out. So there we go. That's the first plot, well underway. Right, so, I'm out of breath. Cleared away some of the weeds on this plot. Now it looks like the worst we're dealing with is the worst case of couch grass I've ever seen in my life. It's so matted together, it's sending out, let me show you, these long runners, and I mean, these are long and then just coming up everywhere. And we've got some nice raised, nice raised beds to work with. Paths need doing. All this is to be burned because it's just mare's tail and couch grass. I've got some brambles there. I decided not to dig today because it's just too wet, but I just wanted to see, and there's some really nice raised beds here, so I can dig those out, fill them up with some new compost and manure, and they'll be ready for planting in the spring. I think this bit is the bit we're going to do last, and this is going to take some digging because that couch grass, as I said, is so matted that it's sending out these super long runners which go all the way down there. It's insane. So yeah, I'll get this done and get these raspberries and blackberries trimmed down, get all this couch grass from in between it, and we should be okay. I got some yellow raspberries which are quite nice. And I don't know what we're going to do with this bit. What I might do is dig up the raspberries and blackberries and put them in rows along this side. We've got a nice full water tank there. And yeah, it's starting to look a bit better, but at least I've got all winter to get this sorted. So that's it from me at the new plot today. Still looking a bit of a mess, but new plots take time and I've got 6 months to get it sorted. I shouldn't really have started on this today, but I really wanted to see what I was working with. I should be focusing on moving the fruit trees onto the second plot, but we'll get there. Maybe next weekend I'll be able to do the fruit trees, or at least prepare the second plot ready for the fruit trees when they're ready. We shall see. So anyway, bye for now, and I'll see you next time.